Hi, I'm Jennifer Reed. Welcome to Eye on Celebrity. If you didn't catch New Year's Rockin' Eve in Times Square, then you missed out on Jenny McCarthy stealing the show and stealing a New Year's kiss. McCarthy and her pal Ryan Seacrest hosted the show with a little bit of help from Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas. The sexy 40-year-old blonde, known for her brazen sense of humor, said before the event that she especially enjoys doing live television because it's harder to censor and more off the cuff. And this year's New Year's Rockin' Eve was no exception, as McCarthy showed off her bubbly personality for 5 hours. And there was no shortage of energy from McCarthy and Seacrest as the two honored the show's original host, Dick Clark. There was also a crowd vote as to who Jenny should kiss at midnight. The choices? A studly military man, a New York firefighter, and a supposedly average Joe from the crowd who wasn't really that average. And her New Year's kiss went to the military guy in his dress blues. And to the crowd's delight, Jenny really laid one on him, with pink lipstick and a big smile all over his face. The Kardashians have a new addition for the new year, as Kim Kardashian and her rapper boyfriend Kanye West announced the news that they are expecting. Kim told People magazine the whole whirlwind news has been exciting and emotional, adding that she and Kanye are extremely happy. And even though she's pregnant, Kim didn't shy away from a super sexy, form-fitting gown on New Year's Eve. In fact, the Julian McDonald dress that Kim wore to ring in the new year was basically see-through in all the right places and showcased her tiny baby bump. She and Kanye were in Las Vegas at the Mirage to help the crowd count down to 2013. And at midnight, locked lips for a passionate kiss. And of course, it was all Kanye tunes in the club as the clock struck midnight, which Kim gladly sang along to. Onlookers said the couple looked beyond happy and barely left each other's side. The Kardashian clan seemed to have New Year's Eve covered, as little brother Rob Kardashian was out in Miami hosting the Ciroc countdown party. And as you might have guessed, his sister Kim's baby news was the forefront of conversation. Rob said he's very proud of his sisters, but he says he'll be waiting until marriage before he has kids. Rob also shared that the rumors of a proposal from Kim's boyfriend Kanye West are false, and that the family is focused on the baby. As for Rob's rule to put marriage first before starting a family, he says that definitely won't be happening anytime soon. And no word yet on who the 25-year-old kissed at midnight. As for the party, Rob and his crew kept it going all night long. In fact, sometime around 7 a.m., Rob tweeted a picture of the sunrise. Playboy mogul Hugh Hefner welcomed in the new year with a new bride. As promised, Hefner tied the knot with his on-again fiancée and Playboy model Crystal Harris. Crystal had tweeted about their engagement being back on a few months ago and that the wedding would take place on New Year's Eve, as it did. Hefner, who's 86, married his 26-year-old bride in front of a few close friends and family at the Playboy mansion. Crystal opted away from a traditional white wedding dress and instead wore a pink floor-length strapless gown, while Hefner looked dapper in a black tuxedo. Wedding guests joined in a champagne toast after the ceremony, as well as the cake cutting. And then everyone, including the bride and groom, joined in the mansion's annual New Year's Eve bash, where jazz singer Brenda Whitaker performed. Killer Joe star Matthew McConaughey and his wife Camila Alves welcomed their third child last Friday morning in Austin, Texas. The couple chose a very unique name for their little one, Livingston. Following the birth of their new baby son, McConaughey shared news on his Who Say page of their new bundle of joy, who weighed in at 9 pounds and was 21 inches long. McConaughey had originally dropped the news of his wife's pregnancy rather nonchalantly via Twitter back in July, right after the couple's wedding at their Austin home. The free-spirited couple, of course, didn't have an average backyard wedding. Instead, they had guests camp out the night before their nuptials. Baby Livingston is definitely in for a treat with his unconventional parents. McConaughey and Alves also have a 4-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter. Tragic news came this week of a paparazzo's death after chasing Justin Bieber's Ferrari. The story is both sad and eye-opening, and maybe will prompt legislation to better protect celebrities and paparazzi. The photographer had evidently chased Bieber's car, hoping to get a juicy story about the Biebs possibly smoking weed behind the wheel. Bieber, however, was not the one driving the car and wasn't even in the car. Instead, it was his pal, Little Twist, driving his Ferrari. The photographer, who was in his late 20s, 20s, had called a paparazzi agency about the story and reportedly ended the call abruptly after he saw Bieber's Ferrari leaving the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills. Bieber's car was pulled over for speeding on the 405, and that's when the photographer pulled his own car over on the opposite side of the road and ran over to take pictures. Police ordered him away, and he was struck by another car while trying to cross back to his own car. Bieber released a statement saying, quote, "Hopefully this tragedy will finally inspire meaningful legislation and whatever other necessary steps to protect the lives and safety of celebrities, police officers, innocent public bystanders, and the photographers themselves," unquote. That's it for now. I'm Jennifer Reed. Keep your eye on celebrity.